Hi everyone! Welcome to session 5 of the Healthy Oakland Families class. Today's lesson is on breakfast and cereal. In today's lesson, you will learn the importance of eating breakfast every morning and review the components of a healthy breakfast plate. We will go over appropriate portion sizes of cereal and go over some tips that will help you pick a healthy cereal option. Lastly, we will review the nutrition labels of some popular cereal brands and identify healthy cereals. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason. As the name suggests, breakfast breaks fast. When you're asleep, you're not eating, so your body enters a fasting state, which means your body uses the energy it has reserved in order to keep body functions going, for example, breathing and pumping blood through your body. Your body needs energy to do all these things. So when you are asleep and not taking in energy, your body uses the energy it has saved up from meals you had throughout the day. Breakfast is important because it replenishes that supply of energy to boost your metabolism and get you going for the day. Breakfast also helps you get the nutrients your body needs. That is because breakfast foods are rich in nutrients such as folate, calcium, iron, B vitamins, and fiber. Breakfast also helps you maintain a healthy weight. People who regularly eat breakfast are less likely to be overweight or obese. Scientists are still trying to figure out the reason for this, but it is thought that eating breakfast helps control your weight because it prevents large changes in your blood sugar levels, which helps control your appetite. Remember in lesson 3 we saw this graph. We said that when your blood sugar levels spike up dramatically, your body removes it really quickly, which results in a sugar crash, making you feel moody, tired, foggy, and hungry again soon after. When you eat breakfast regularly, your blood sugar or energy levels don't fluctuate or go up and down as much. They stay more stable like the line in yellow shows. Another reason eating breakfast helps you maintain a healthy weight is because breakfast fills you up before you become really hungry. So when hunger strikes, you're less likely to grab whatever foods are available. Let's say you're sitting in class hungry because you didn't eat breakfast and your classmate offers you chips. Do you think you're going to say no? If you didn't eat breakfast, you're more likely to grab junk food throughout the day because you didn't feed your body and now you are hungry. Now I'm going to show you how not eating breakfast disrupts your sugar levels. The dotted line in red represents your normal sugar levels. You want your sugar to stay within this range throughout the day. So when you first wake up, your sugar levels are a little below normal because you've been sleeping and not taking in energy. And then you wake up and don't eat breakfast, so they stay low. And then your buddy in first period gives you a bag of chips, so they go up and down. And then you get hungry again, so you grab a piece of candy, and again, they go up and down. They're gonna stay low until finally at lunchtime, you have a proper meal and your blood sugar stabilizes. Here's what happens when you do eat breakfast. So again, your sugar levels are low in the morning because you just woke up, but then you eat breakfast, which gives you sustained energy to get you through the morning. And then you get hungry again at lunchtime and you eat a balanced meal that again gives you sustained energy to get you through the afternoon. Lastly, eating breakfast will help you do better in school by improving your concentration and memory, and it will improve your mood because you won't feel hangry. Let's review what makes a healthy breakfast. A quarter of your plate should be filled with starches, which are your body's main source of energy. We have seen examples of starches in previous lessons, such as rice, bread, beans, tortillas, etc. Starches more common at breakfast time are bread, cold cereal, and oatmeal. Whole grain starches have more fiber and nutrients than other starches, so aim for whole grains. The other quarter of your plate should be filled with a protein source, which will keep you full for longer. Good breakfast protein sources include eggs, peanut butter, and cottage cheese. Remember to go with low-fat options. Your breakfast plate only needs these 2 components, but you can add a piece of fruit to the other half of your plate or leave it empty. Milk and yogurt are also good additions to your breakfast as they are a healthy source of starch and protein. Here we have some additional sources of protein and carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are starches that also contain sugar and fiber and are therefore very good for breakfast. I will give you a couple of seconds to see if you can come up with some ideas for breakfast that includes at least 1 item from the left column and 1 item from the right column. The items listed in the left column in order are egg, peanut butter, Greek or plain yogurt, which has more protein and less sugar than flavored yogurt, salmon, beans, cheese, cottage cheese, nuts, and tofu. The items listed on the right column are whole wheat bread, cereals, fruit, tortillas, oatmeal, beans, milk, and brown rice. I hope you were able to come up with some breakfast ideas on your own, and now I'm going to help you come up with some ideas too. So if we take bread from the right side and egg from the left side, you can create an egg sandwich or egg toast. You can use bread, peanut butter, and banana to create a peanut butter and banana sandwich or peanut butter and banana toast. You can use eggs and tortillas to create an egg burrito, and you can even add cheese for extra protein. You can use yogurt and fruit to create a yogurt parfait. You can eat oatmeal with nuts, and you can even add fruits for more natural sweetness. You can use a tortilla and cheese to create a quesadilla. You can add a fried egg on top of brown rice. You can use milk and fruits to create a smoothie and add peanut butter for protein, or use yogurt instead of milk for more protein. Waffles and pancakes are very popular at breakfast time, but don't forget your source of protein, like some eggs on the side. We are now going to talk about cereal. We're going to start off with a quick demonstration to show you what the appropriate portion of cereal looks like. Normally I have a student pour how much cereal they eat, but since I have no kids here, I'm going to do it myself. Normally when students do this demonstration, they usually pour a large amount of cereal on their plates. Now it says here the serving size is 1 cup. So this is 1 cup of cereal. Okay, let's compare the two amounts. This is the right amount of cereal you should be eating for this particular brand. If you think this isn't going to fill you up, you should eat other items along with your cereal, like scrambled eggs, yogurt, some fruits. Most of us don't measure our food. So one trick to make sure we're not pouring too much cereal is to use a smaller bowl. We tend to want to fill up our bowl, so if we use a smaller bowl, we're only going to fill up a smaller portion of cereal. Let's look at some tips that are going to help you pick a healthier cereal. Number 1. Choose a 100% whole grain cereal. A whole grain is a grain that contains all 3 of its components, the bran, the endosperm, and the germ. These components are packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Whole grains reduce the risk of certain diseases and help lower cholesterol and blood pressure. Whole grains help improve your digestive health so that when you eat, your body can break down food and pass it without issues. And whole grains can help control your weight. Refined grains, on the other hand, contain just one component, the endosperm. Refined grains are also known as white grains because this is what white starches are made of, such as white bread, white tortillas, and white rice. Whole grains are healthier because the good stuff in the germ and bran hasn't been removed by machines during food processing. So you should choose a cereal that contains whole grains. Number 2. Make sure sugar isn't listed as one of the first 2 ingredients, and choose a cereal with no more than 10 grams of sugar. Lastly, choose a cereal with 3 or more grams of fiber, but aim for 5 grams. Now we're going to use this information to determine if the following cereals are healthy or not healthy. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It contains 10 grams of sugar, which is okay. Remember, we said we don't want more than 10 grams of sugar, so 10 grams is borderline. It contains less than 1 gram of fiber, which is not good. The second ingredient is sugar, which is also not good. And as you can see in the ingredients list, whole grains are not present. This is not a healthy cereal option because most of the nutrients fall under the not good category. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It contains 10 grams of sugar, which again is borderline. It contains 1 gram of fiber, which is less than 2 grams and not good. The second ingredient is sugar, so also not good. And it does contain whole grains. Overall, this is not a healthy cereal option because most of the nutrients fall under the not good category. Honey Nut Cheerios. It contains 9 grams of sugar, which is also borderline because it's not more than 10, but it's really close to 10. It contains 2 grams of fiber, also borderline. Sugar is listed as the second ingredient, not good. And it does contain whole grains. Overall, this is not a healthy cereal option because most of the nutrients fall in the yellow and red zone. Cheerios Original. This is the Cheerios that comes in the yellow box and doesn't have the B in it. It contains 1 gram of sugar, which is really good, 3 grams of fiber, which is also good. Sugar is not the second ingredient, it's the third ingredient, so that's good. And it contains whole grain oats. This is a really healthy cereal option. Fiber One cereal. It contains 0 grams of sugar, which is excellent. It contains 14 grams of fiber, which is also really good. This is going to help you stay full for longer and help you use the restroom. Sugar is not listed in the ingredients because, like we said, it contains 0 grams of sugar. Lastly, it contains whole grains, which is also really good. This is a really healthy cereal and breakfast option. Overall, cereal is not the best option for breakfast. Even if you choose a cereal that's low in sugar and high in fiber content, there are other nutrients you won't get from eating cereal alone. Like we learned today, cereal and milk are both sources of carbohydrate. So when you eat cereal, you're not taking in any protein. Remember, protein sources are what keep you full for longer. Eating cereal for breakfast will not give you enough energy to get you through the morning. Try not to eat cereal every morning and go for other more nutritious options instead, like the foods I showed you today. I hope you learned a lot from today's lesson and will try some of the new breakfast ideas we went over today. See you next time.